Okay, so let me share my screen, then let's start from basic only. Okay, please confirm, is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so our subject name is Python Django, right? So we are going to learn here backend. Okay, Django is used for backend. This is what backend technology, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay, generally, like we can say basically, every application, okay, every application has three layers. Okay, what are the three layers? Let me tell you. First layer is what? Every application has first layer, which is presentation layer. Presentation layer. Okay, and the second is what? Business layer. And the third one is data layer. Okay, so what's the mean of presentation layer? Presentation layer is responsible to represent the UI part. Okay, like whatever component you see on your application, visual components, so that represented by presentation layer. And how we can design the UI, how we can create the presentation layer? We can use the technologies like HTML, CSS. Okay, we can use Bootstrap, right? We can use JavaScript, right? We can use library, which is React library, or we can use Angular framework, Angular JS. Okay, so these are the technologies we can use in order to create the presentation layer. Okay, and for the business layer, where we write our logics. Okay, where we write our logic. Okay, so we can say this is what? This is our backend. Okay, this is our backend. And how we can create this backend? We can create this backend using Django technology. We can use here Django. Django is what? Django is a framework. We can use Django framework, or we can use Flask framework, or we can use like Node.js, Express. Okay, so we can use here Express in order to create the backend. And there are several technologies which are responsible to create backend. Okay, and for data layer means whatever data is coming from the presentation layer. Okay, so that data will be processed by the business layer. And after processing, if data is valid or authorized, then that data will store inside the database. So data layer is responsible to store data permanently. Okay, so how we can create the database schema? We can create database schema using, we can create database using MySQL. Okay, and in Django we have one database, inbuilt database, which is SQLite 3. Okay, and we have another like we have another database technologies like MongoDB, right, etc. So these are the technologies which are responsible to create database. Okay, for example, let me give you an example so that you can understand clearly. Okay, facebook.com. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so this is what? This is Facebook page. Okay, Facebook login page. Okay, so this is what? Presentation layer. This is the presentation layer of Facebook. Okay, after that, suppose you are writing your credential here. Okay, for example, you are writing abc@gmail.com, gmail.com, and here you are writing some password like 1122ff, like that. You are writing this password. Okay, when you click on login, when you click on login, so this request will go to the from presentation. Presentation means whatever you are seeing on this page, this is what presentation layer. Okay, when you click on login, so this data, your user ID and password, will go to which layer? It will go to the business layer. Okay, business layer is nothing but backend. It will go to the backend, and backend will process your request. Okay, backend will check whatever credential you are writing, is it valid or invalid? Okay, if it is valid, then what it will do? It will request to the database. Who will request to the database? Your business layer or your backend will request to the database to fetch your profile. Okay, because your account is permanently stored where? In database, in Facebook database. So after processing, after checking whether you are the authentic user or not, suppose you are authentic user, then it will request to the database, and database will respond to the backend. What it will respond? It will respond your account, and it will display your account to the presentation layer. Means once your ID and password are valid, after login you will get your account, right? Means you log in successfully. Suppose if you are not writing correct password or incorrect mail ID you are writing, so what will happen? Whatever request is going, whatever input is going from the presentation layer, that that request will reject by the backend. Okay, so backend will process the request, and it will reject, right? It will reject if it is invalid. Are you understanding, guys, these things?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay, now let's discuss about, okay, now discuss about what is the web application. Okay, so the next question is, what is web application? So web application is what we can say, the application which will provide services. Okay, services web over the web. So for example, we have this Facebook web application. So this provides services over the web. Okay, which services is provide? It provides social media related thing. So it is providing services using web, means over web. So we can call it web application. Okay, so the application which provide services over the web, right, are called as web application, right? What are the examples of web application? Can we say Facebook is a web application? Can we say Gmail is a web application? Okay, so these are what? Web application, etc. There are other examples as well. So this is a basic definition of, right, basic definition of web application, right? So let me tell you, basically every website, whatever website we create, okay, components in web applications. Okay, so whatever websites we create, there are basically two components of that website. A website can has two component. One is front end, okay, the second one is back end, right? Front end, we can design front end with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular. So these are the technologies are responsible to create front end. And back end we can create with the help of framework like Django. Okay, so if you are creating back end with Django, so Django is a framework of Python. Means the programming language which we will use to create the backend, we will use what? Python. and Python has its framework, which is Django, right? So we are going to learn about Django framework. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, fine. That is fine. Okay. Now the question is how to create Django project. Okay, how to create Django project. So how we can create the Django project? Once we install Django in our system. Okay, once Django install in our system, then we will get Django admin. Okay, command tool. Okay, so when we install the Django in our system, we get one command tool, which is Django admin, which is responsible to create Django project. Okay, I will tell you how to create the Django project. I will demonstrate that project how to create from the basic level, right? Okay, okay. So we can say this tool, or we can say this command tool is responsible to create Django project. Okay, okay. So we know like how to create Django project means we should have one command tool, which is Django admin, and it will come when we download Django in our system. Okay, now the question is, what is Django? Okay, question is, what is Django? So Django is what? Django is a web application framework. Okay, Django is not a programming language. Django is what? A framework which is used to create backend or API. Okay, it is used to develop, okay, backend, or we can say web applications backend. Okay, Django is completely written in which language? Django is completely written in Python programming language. Okay, so Django is written in Python programming language. Okay, Django follow one principle. Okay, Django follows one principle. The principle name is dry. Okay, so dry means don't repeat yourself. Okay, don't repeat yourself means do not write pre-written code. Okay, the code which you already written, do not rewrite that code. Use that code once you have written. So means do not repeat the same thing. So this principle followed by the Django, right? And one more thing, Django follows MBT pattern. Okay, what is the mean of MBT? Now the question is, what is MBT? So MBT means, here M means, okay, what is the mean of M? What is the mean of V? And what is the mean of T? Here M means model. Okay, here M means is what? model, model, and v means here views, right? And t means here template. Okay, what's the mean of model here? Model is nothing but your database. Okay, model is nothing but database. With the help of model, we can create database. And views is nothing but Python logic or program. Okay, view, in views generally we write Python logic, right? And template is nothing but HTML related, okay, HTML related code. Okay, front end related code. So this follows what MVT architecture. Django follows what MVT architecture, where M stand for model, V stand for views, and T stand for template, right? So whenever we write database logic, we create models. Whenever we write like our backend logic, so that backend logics we write in views, and whatever UI we create, so that UI we create in templates. Are you understanding this much, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the question is, another question is, after this we will start like how to create the projects. Okay, so the Django features. Okay, so what are the Django features? Let me tell you. So first feature is Django is what? Fast. If somebody asks you why should we choose Django framework over the other framework, so first reason you can tell, Django is fast. Okay, and Django is what? Fully loaded. Okay, Django is fully loaded. Fully loaded means here you will get what? Admin panel. You don't need to create your own admin panel. By default, Django provide admin panel. By default, Django provide what? Database, SQLite. Okay, SQLite 3 database it provide by default inbuilt, and it provides ORM. ORM commands it's provide, and it's provide what? Model classes it provide. Okay, so you don't need to write SQL code. You can just create, you can write simply Python code, and that Python code will convert it into what? SQL code. Okay, by executing some commands, right? So this is the mean of fully loaded. And the third feature is security. Okay, because Django framework written purely in Python, so this is what? Secure. And the fourth feature is scalability. Okay, scalability means when the traffic is high on your application. For example, you created one application for, you have created your application for food ordering application. So you launched your application recently. So 2 3 like users are coming. So that is fine. But one day your application got viral. Now the traffic is huge on your application. Okay, so will your application will maintain that traffic or not? So if it can maintain that traffic and it can handle that traffic, means we can say this is what? Scalable. Okay, scalability. Okay, the fifth one is what? Is what? It is what? Versatile. Okay, we can say it is versatile, or we can say it is robust. Okay, means it is powerful, right? So these are the features. So I want to ask one thing. Are you guys comfortable, more comfortable in English or Hindi?
Sir, in English, we are comfortable.
Okay, in English, fine. Okay, okay. That's what I want to ask. Okay, so these are the features of Django. Let's talk about how to create Django project. Okay, so before creating the Django project, first we should know how to install Django. So in order to install the Django, you must have Python in your system. Okay, Python should be there in your system. Okay, this is what first requirement. This is first requirement. How you will check whether Python is there or not in your system? So just go to the terminal, okay, or CMD, and type here Python hyphen hyphen version. So when you type here Python hyphen hyphen version, it will display the Python version if Python is installed. If Python is not there in your system, it will show an error. So Python is there in my system, that's why it is showing Python with its version. This is the latest version of Python, which is 3.13.1. Okay, so this is what latest version of Python. Okay, once you have Python installed in your system, then what you have to do, you have to install Django. Okay, before creating the Django project, you have to install the Django. So how to install the Django? So in order to install the Django, you have to write command which is pip. Okay, when you download the Python, so by default pip will be there. Okay, so whatever the packages you want to install, whatever libraries you want to install, or whatever frameworks you want to install, you can install that frameworks using pip, right? So you have to write pip install Django. Okay, so in my machine I'm using which version? I'm using Django 4.1 version. So if you will use the same version, if you will download the same version, so means there will be compatibility between our my code and your code as well, in your projects as well. So I will recommend you to download this version, otherwise you can download any version. So you have to hit this command. Okay, you have to type this command in CMD. Okay, CMD or terminal. What you have to type, pip install. Okay, pip install, and after that Django, right, is equals to 4.1. Okay, and it will start installing Django in your system. Okay, so I already installed the Django in my system, that's why it is not showing any downloading. It is saying requirement already satisfied. But when you will install, when you will hit this command, it will take some time, right?
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, yes,
You written what? pip install Django, and whatever the version we are having, we have to type that, no?
yes, yes,
Okay, means you have 4.1, that's why you type that
yes,
one.
yes. Otherwise you can directly write pip install Django,
Okay,
so it will download the latest version.
okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Okay, next is what you okay, once we install the Django, then how to check the Django version. Suppose you downloaded one Django, I mean you downloaded Django in your system, and I want to ask which Django version you have downloaded. So how you will check? Suppose you don't know which version you downloaded, so how you will check? So in order to check, you can write one command which is Python hyphen m Django and hyphen hyphen version. So if you will write this command, means you will get the Django version. Okay, it will display which version installed in your system. So I will write the command here, Python hyphen m Django hyphen hyphen version. So it is displaying Django version, which version I have, 4.1 it is displaying. Okay, if it is not installed, it will display error. Okay, so this is how we can check the version. And after that, in order to start with Django project, you need one IDE. Okay, so what is the full form of IDE? Integrated development environment. Okay, so we need one ID, and ID is like, okay, here I will use VS Code. You can use Atom, you can use any other ID, whatever you want, but I will use here VS Code. Okay, so we have to use ID as what? VS Code. Okay, so now let's see how to create Django project. So, for example, I have one folder on my desktop which is Django folder, and this is what empty folder I have created. Okay, and after that I will click here on URL. Okay, so on URL on top it is giving my folder URL where my folder is present. Okay, so I will delete everything from here and simply I will type here CMD, right? I will type here CMD and press enter. So my folder location, where is my folder present? My folder present in desktop. Inside the desktop we have Django folder. Okay, so if you want to check what is your current working directory, so you can write one command pwd present working directory. Okay, it is not displaying. Okay, so here like if you are working on terminal shell, so it will display your present working directory, but I think it is not, it will not work on like we can say CMD. Okay, no issue, but we can see here directly we are there in desktop and we are there in Django. Okay, let me just clean it. Okay, and here what we will do, we will write command. Are you understanding this much? Are you understanding, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, in UI, if we talk about UI, so on UI, I am there in my folder. What is my folder name? Django folder, and this is my empty Django folder. So in CMD, in command line mode, I am also there in Django folder. Okay, so both things are same. Okay, so if I will write here dir, so you will see there is nothing inside this. It is showing dot dot. Okay, suppose if I create one file here. If I created one file here, I'm not creating Django project directly. I'm just creating one file. Okay, so this is file what? File one I'm writing. Okay, so let me just make it little small. Okay, so here what I will write? Here I will write dir. So you can clearly see we have one file, file1.txt, right? So as of now, I'm deleting this file. Okay, if you will write here dir, so it is showing nothing. Okay, let's start. Let's see how we can install, how we can create Django project. Okay, so once we install Django, we will have one command which is Django admin. Okay, okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay, so when we install the Django, so we got one command tool which is Django admin, and it is responsible to create the project. Okay, as of now in this folder, we don't have any project right now. But when I use this command and I will create the folder, then you will see one project in this folder. So what is the command Django admin we have to use? After that we have to write start project. Okay, Django admin start project, and same to same you have to write it. Okay, same, you don't need to write any capital letter here. In a small case you have to write as it is. Okay, you don't need to give any space between start and project. Okay, so Django admin start project, and here you can give project name, so demo project. Okay, this is what project name. So demo project is nothing but one identifier, or we can say user defined name. So this name you can write according to your need. Okay, so any name here you can give, and after writing this command Django admin start project, and what's the project name? Demo project. Okay, after that you can press enter. So when you press enter, it will create demo project. Are you seeing the demo project? Is it visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, so if you will write here dir, so it will display inside the demo project. Okay, so inside means, okay, let me just maximize this. So inside the Django project folder, we have another folder which is demo project. We have one more directory or folder which is demo project. So if you want to go inside this folder, currently we are in which folder? Django folder. If you want to go inside this folder, you will double click, and you will be there inside the folder. But in command prompt, how you will go inside the demo project folder? Currently my location is what? Django folder location, but I have to go inside what? Demo project. So how you will go? So here you have to write one command which is cd. Cd is nothing but change directory. Okay, cd is nothing but change directory, and here you have to mention your directory name. Directory is nothing but folder. So our directory means our folder, our project which we have created, which is demo. So write 2 or 3 words and press tab. It will automatically complete the name. Okay, after that press enter. So when you will press enter, so you are there inside the Django, you are there in demo project. So when you will write dir in order to check how many files or folders are there, so it will display. So you have demo project one directory which is folder, and you have manage.py. Okay, so these things you have. Okay, okay, commands to create Django project. Okay, so what are the commands we can write? Can anyone tell me which command we can use to create Django project? Okay, so we can write the command which is Django. Our command name is what? Django
Django admin.
admin, right? Okay, this D is what? Small. Django admin, and after that start project. Okay, and here what we will write? Project name. Okay, whatever name you want to give to your project, you can give that project name. Okay, suppose if this command is not working in your system, there may be a possibility that this command will not execute in your system. Then you can use another command which is, okay, the second command you can use to create the same project folder. You can use py, okay, py hyphen m Django start project, okay, and you can give project name, right? So whenever you will create the Django project, suppose this is our Django project. So inside the Django project we will create the application. We will create what? Application. Okay, for example, I have a banking project. Okay, suppose I have what? Banking project. So inside the banking project I will create some applications. Okay, I will create some utility application inside this banking project. Suppose I'm creating one application is for EMI. I'm creating one small application, that is what? EMI calculator. Okay, I want to add in my project, in my banking project, I want to add one polling feature. Okay, I want to create one polling app, and I want to create another feature. I want to create one more feature which is login. Okay, and I want to create one more feature which is for registration. Okay, and I want to create one more feature is what? Loan app. So what is my project? What is my project? My project name is banking project. So is it possible in one project we can have multiple application? Is it possible to have multiple application in one project?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So same here. In one project, in one Django project, we can create multiple application. Okay, we can create multiple application. Okay, so these are what? These circles are nothing but this oval or circle, whatever you can say. So these are what? Nothing but application. Okay, these are what? App 1. Okay, this is app 2, and this is nothing but app 3, and this is app 4. Okay, and this is what? This is Django project. Okay, right? Okay, now the question is how to create Django applications. Okay, so in order to create Django application, we need to write one command. Okay, suppose the first step is what? Create project. Create Django project. Okay, so create Django projects means in order to create the Django project, you will write command which is Django admin start project and like demo project. Okay, like that we have written the command. And the second step is what? Second step is we will create Django app or application. Okay, so how we can create the Django application? So first what we will do, go to project folder. Okay, go to project folder. Whatever project we have created, we have to go into the project folder. Here, what is our project name? Demo project. So first we have to go inside what? Demo project folder. So how you will go? In cmd, what you will write? In cmd, basically you will write cd, okay, and demo project. Like this you can change the directory and you can go inside what? Demo project directory. Okay, after that you have to write one command, py. You have to write one command, py manage.py start app, right? Start app, and you have to write your application name. So I'm writing here test app. My application name is test app. Okay, so it will create one application like this inside the project folder. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so currently I am inside what? Django project folder. Okay, suppose if you want to go back, if you want to go one step back, so you will write here cd dot dot. So when you write cd dot dot, so you are one step back to your folder. So now we are inside what? Django folder. Now we have to go inside which project folder? Django project folder. Our folder name is demo project. Our project name is demo project. So demo project, we are inside what? Demo project. And here we can create our application. So how to create the application? We can write command which is py manage.py start app. Okay, and application name is what? Test app. Okay, I'm not executing this command right now. Let me show you once. So here, so see, this is what my Django folder. Okay, see from the starting. Here I have my Django folder. Inside my Django folder I have demo project which I have created, which with the command, with the help of command which is Django admin command, I have created this project and I am inside this project. So inside this project I am getting one file which is manage. Okay, manage.py. Why it is py? Because this is Python file, and we have one project folder. Okay, demo project, but here we don't have any application. So when I execute this command, okay, when I execute this command, py manage.py start app, okay, test app, start app, test app. So it will create one application folder here inside this folder. So let me press enter. Okay, so as you can see here, this is what? Test app folder. This is what? Test app folder. So inside this demo folder, we have our project configurations. We have our project configuration files. So these are what? Project configurations files, which has like settings. Like in settings, what we do, we can register our application, we can register our template, we have middleware here. Okay, we can configure our database settings. So like that we can do. Here in URLs we can create a URL endpoint for the end user. Okay, I will tell you later about these files. Okay, and about these files I will tell you later. I'm just giving you basic demonstration here. And inside the test app folder inside the test app folder, you will see these files in it. Okay, admin, okay, apps, models, test app, and views. So these are the files you will get when you create the app. Okay, so I want to open this folder. I want to open this project, where I want to open this project in CMD. Okay, I mean in VS Code. Okay, so first we should have to check whether VS Code installed in our system or not. So if I will search VS Code, so it will display VS Code. Otherwise we can download it from the internet. Okay, it's simple. Just write here VS Code download. Okay, VS Code IDE download. Okay, so here you can go. Okay, and here you can download for Windows or Mac or like Linux. Okay, so one click it will start downloading. So that is the thing. So if I have VS Code, so I will just open the VS Code. Okay, and how I will open my own projects, I will go to the file and I will go to the open folder. Okay, so open folder, and where is our folder? Our folder is there on desktop. So I'll go to the desktop, and and here we have Django folder, and I will click on demo project, and I will select this demo project folder. Okay, which folder selected? Demo project. Just click on select folder. So this is the folder. This is the project. Whatever we have created, it's showing here. Okay, at left side, right? So we have one more command. We can use, which is in order to start the server. If you want to check the output, whatever output, whenever you will create the project, so you will check your output on server. So how you will start the server, how you will initiate the server? So in order to initiate the server, you have to write one command, py manage.py run server. Okay, this is the command.
Sir, for what purpose the which is common?
Okay, let me tell you. Just wait. How to execute our Django application. Okay, how to execute our Django application. Okay, so in order to execute the Django application, we will run one command. What is our command name? Our command name is Django. Okay, our command name is py manage.py run server. Okay, whatever work we will done, whatever code we will run, that code output if you want to see, so you need to run the server, you need to execute the application, and this is the command to execute your application. Py manage.py run server. Okay, so here I have written the command py manage.py run server and press enter. So when you hit the enter, so it will give you one URL. Okay, it is giving one URL which is http 127.0.0.1, and it is giving port number which is 8000. Okay, so when you press control and when you click on this, so it will open in your browser. Okay, it will open in your browser, and this is the default output of your Django project. Okay, means your Django project installed successfully and executing successfully, and this is the output of your Django project. This code we didn't write. This is what by default. So this is why we write this command in order to execute our server. Are you understanding, everyone, till here? Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so what we have discussed, I think this is enough for today, because if I will teach you everything in one day, so you will not understand everything. So that is enough for today. Let's recap what we have discussed. Okay.
Yes,
So
sure, sir.
yeah, so we started with Django, Python Django, which is backend. Okay, and we discussed about basically every application has three layer: presentation layer, business layer, and data layer. Okay, so we will work on these three components. Okay, we will see how to design presentation layer, but our main focus is what? Business layer. Okay, which is backend. And application, web application. Okay, web applications like Facebook. Okay, Gmail. So web application has two component, which is front end and back end. Okay, this is what necessary component for each application. And then we have how to create Django project. So once we install the Django project, once we install Django in our system, we will get Django admin command tool. Okay, with the help of this Django admin, we can create our project. If Django admin command is not there, we cannot create the project. So what is Django? We discussed about what is Django. It is what web application framework which is used to create backend or web applications. Okay, and it is written in Python language. It follow one principle which is try, don't repeat yourself. Django follows which pattern? MBT pattern. MBT means I explained here model view template, right? Model what? Database. View means Python logic or Python program we can say. And T stand for templates. Here we write presentation we design UI part. Okay, after that we have discussed about Django features. Okay, so it is fast, fully loaded, security is there, scalability, versatile. Okay, how to install Django project? We have seen the command. Okay, how to install the Django? So we have seen this command. This is the command to install the Django, and this is the command to check the version of the Django. Then we discussed about ideally we will use this VS Code, integrated development environment. We will use VS Code. Then we discussed about command to create Django project. So what are the commands? So Django admin command tool is responsible to create the project, and then we will write start project, and here we will write the project name. If it will not work, then you can go through with the second command, which is py-m Django start project name. Okay, so this is kind of project, and inside one project we can have multiple application. And I have given the example like banking project can have multiple application for multiple purposes. Okay, then I have discussed about how to create Django application. These are the commands, and I demonstrated these commands created Django application. How to create the application? First we need to go to the project folder by changing the directory. Okay, and then we will write this command py manage.py start f test f. Okay, how to execute our Django application? So we can execute our Django application by py manage.py run server. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
So is it enough for today?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for giving your time.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Tomorrow we will start the class on same time.
Yes, sir. Sure.
All right, bye
Sir, can
guys.
you
Thank
please
you.
share me the notes in group? Whatever.
Okay, I will share it. I will share it on group. Don't
I
worry.
have written, but I have written fast. That's why.
Okay, okay, no worries. I will share the notes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye, bye.